Nobody wanted to come to the third floor. I was the first one to sign a lease, held on for 2 years, and single-handedly brought the whole floor to life. When it was time to renew, the property manager had the nerve to jack up the rent 40%. I said that was too high and asked to talk it over. He just kicked back in his chair and said, "Too expensive? If you weren't sitting on this spot, someone else would have signed already." He flicked his cigarette ash right onto my contract. 3 months, then you're out. I stared at that pile of ash for 5 seconds, then smiled. Fine, I'll move out tomorrow. I grabbed my bag, walked to the door, and turned back to say, "Oh, by the way, my mom's jewelry store on the first floor, the gym on the fourth, and the movie theater on the fifth, they're all moving too." "Moving tomorrow? Who are you trying to scare?" Wang Qiang leaned back in his swivel chair, rolling that faded prayer bead bracelet between his fingers, laughing so hard his gut was shaking. "Boss Sue, we're all adults here. Cut the drama. None of that crying and throwing a fit nonsense. You dropped nearly 300 grand renovating that little shop, right? Move tomorrow. You don't even have another spot lined up. You gonna go stand on a street corner?" I didn't respond. I pushed the door open and walked out. Then my phone buzzed. My store manager, Xiao Yuan, sent a voice message, barely holding it together. "Sis, the power just cut out. All the cream in the fridge melted. Customers are demanding refunds." My hand froze midair over the elevator button. "What happened to the power?" "Management says it's routine maintenance, but I checked. Our shop is the only one on the entire third floor without power. The empty unit next door still has its lights on." I turned and glanced down the hallway toward Wang Qiang's office. He was watching me from inside. He raised his thermos cup and gave me a little cheers gesture, pure smug satisfaction written all over his face. "Calm the customers down, double refunds for anyone who cancels." "But sis, the losses are gonna be huge." "Got it, I'm on my way." I hung up and hit the button for the first floor. The elevator doors opened to a blinding wall of gold. Right in the center of the first floor atrium was the city's biggest jewelry and gold store. My mom was sitting behind the glass display case with her reading glasses on, going over the books. She looked up when she heard my footsteps. "Weren't you supposed to go sign the lease today? What's with that face?" "Didn't sign." I pulled up a chair and sat down. "Wang Qiang raised the rent 40%. My mom closed the ledger and took off her glasses. Is he out of his mind? Does he not know who built up all the foot traffic on that floor these past 2 years? He says the new bubble tea brand next door offered double the price." My mom let out a cold laugh. Burn the bridge after crossing it, huh? So what are you gonna do?" I told him I'm moving out tomorrow. She picked up her phone and dialed. "Hey, old Lee, that unit on the northeast corner of the first floor over at Wangxiang Plaza, is it still available? Yeah, I'll take it. Let's sign tonight." She hung up and looked at me. "Have you told that stiff husband of yours on the fourth floor and that wild card brother of yours on the fifth?" "Not yet. Go, I've got the first floor covered." "Mom, the early termination fee on your end might be pretty steep." "So what?" My mom pulled a black card from the drawer and slapped it down on the glass counter. I was selling gold before Wang Qiang was even out of diapers. I smiled, turned toward the elevator, and hit 4. The doors opened to a wall of booming bass. The 2,000 square meter chain gym was packed, every single machine taken. My husband Lu Chen spotted me and walked over. "Since when do you come check up on me?" Wang Qiang cut the power to my shop. Lu Chen stopped dead. "I'll go find him." "Don't bother." I grabbed his arm. "I'm not renewing, we're moving tomorrow." Lu Chen looked down at me. No surprise in his eyes, just a cold, quiet kind of edge. "You figure out where yet?" "Wangxiang Plaza across the street. Mom already locked down the first floor." Lu Chen pulled out his phone. "I'm calling Wangxiang Plaza's leasing department. I want the entire 4th floor." I kept heading up. The entire 5th floor was a private movie theater and gaming lounge. My little brother Su Yang was sitting at the front desk with a lollipop in his mouth, playing games, absolutely wailing on that keyboard. Su Yang. He flinched, and his character on screen died. "Sis, why do you walk so quietly?" "Pack your stuff, we're moving tomorrow." Su Yang bit clean through the lollipop. Crunch. "Moving? Where to?" "Wangxiang Plaza across the street." His eyes lit up. "Hell yeah, I've been dying to get out of here. The Wi-Fi in this dump is slower than dial-up. And Wang Qiang's been on my case every single day, hitting me with all these bogus equipment fees. The early termination fee is on me. Don't even worry about it." Su Yang dragged a cardboard box out from under the counter. "I've pulled in close to $1 million in prepaid memberships these past few months. Paying off that penalty is nothing. I'm pulling an all-nighter to break everything down. You need extra hands over there?" "I'll call some of my boys to come help you move." "Don't. Handle your own stuff." I headed back to my shop. Pitch dark. Xiao Yuan and a few staff members were using their phone flashlights to clean up the melted cream. When she saw me, Xiao Yuan's eyes went red. "Sis, Wang Qiang showed up with a crew just now." "What did he say?" "He said the cable's burned out, gonna take 3 days to fix, and told us not to bother opening." I looked at the rack of a back kitchen. "Go lock the door." Shogen froze. "Lock up?" "Yeah, closing early today." I stood downstairs in the mall. The jewelry store on the first floor had already rolled its shutters down. The clang of heavy gym equipment being dismantled echoed from the 4th floor. Dozens of gaming monitors from the 5th floor were being loaded onto trucks. Right then, my phone went off. It was Wang Qiang. "Su Nian, why is your shop locked up? Weren't you the one who told me not to open? Don't come at me with attitude. I'm telling you right now, the owner of that bubble tea place next door is bringing a designer to measure the space tomorrow." He laughed smugly on the other end. "Good. Go ahead and clear out all your junk so it doesn't get in the way of a real brand moving in." "Sure." I looked out at the glowing neon lights of Wangxiang Plaza across the street. "I'll have it all cleared out for you by tomorrow." The next morning at 10 a.m., I showed up with 2 movers and pushed open the door to my 3rd floor shop. Still no power. The air reeked of sour fermented cream. I directed the guys to start dismantling the display cases. Then came the sharp click of heels outside the door. Ugh, what is that smell? I turned around. Wang Qiang was practically bowing and scraping as he followed a woman in a Chanel suit into the shop. She had sunglasses on and a Hermes bag on her arm, looking around my shop like she already owned the place. So this is the shop that's been squatting here? She took off her sunglasses and waved her hand in disgust. The decor is so tacky. Manager Wang, you sure the feng shui here is any good? Absolutely, Ms. Lin. See, this spot is right across from the escalator. All the foot traffic flows straight here. Wang Qiang pointed at me. It was low-end shops like this dragging the whole floor down. Once your Star Tea brand moves in, it'll light this whole place up. Ms. Lin glanced at me, looked me up and down in my casual clothes. So you're the tenant who refused to leave? I ignored her and kept talking to the movers. Be careful with the espresso machine, don't scratch it. Ms. Lin's face darkened when she got ignored. Hey, I'm talking to you, you deaf? She clicked her heels into the shop, leaving white scuff marks on the hardwood floor. This flooring has to go too, what terrible taste. She kicked one of my packing boxes I hadn't finished loading. Hurry up and get out of here. Don't hold up my designer. I turned and faced her. This shop still has 3 months left on the lease. This is currently my private business space. Please leave. Ms. Lin looked at Wang Qiang like she'd just heard the funniest joke. Manager Wang, what did she just say? She's telling me to leave? Wang Qiang's face went stone cold. He stepped up to me. Sun-Yan, don't push your luck. Ms. Lin showing interest in this space? You should be grateful. Didn't you say you were moving today? Why are you still dragging your feet? Does moving not take time? I glanced at the prayer beads spinning in his hand. Or is Manager Wang so impatient he can't even wait half a day? You want to come help me move yourself? You! Wang Qiang jabbed his finger toward my face. Ms. Lin cut him off. Forget it, old Wang. Why waste your breath? Ms. Lin pulled a business card out of her bag and tossed it onto my table. Look at the state of you. You probably don't even have anywhere to go. Come work as a janitor at my new place. Since you're clearing this spot out for me, I'll start you at $3,000 a month. She covered her mouth laughing. But you'll need to wash off that broke energy first. One of the movers couldn't hold back anymore. What kind of way is that to talk to someone? Boss Su has always treated us with nothing but respect. Who do you two think you are? Oh, look at that. Brought some bodyguards? Ms. Lin rolled her eyes. A couple of blue-collar guys acting like you have any place here. I blocked the movers from stepping forward. Guys, back to work! You don't bite back when a dog bites you. Ms. Lin's face twisted. Who are you calling a dog? Whoever answers. I swept her business card into the trash. Manager Wang, take your guest and leave. Otherwise, I'm calling the cops, and that's trespassing. Wang Qiang gritted his teeth and pointed at me. All right, Sun-Yan, you've got guts. Let's see how long that lasts.